Welcome to 10,000 years of history of cultures of Peru in 3 minutes or less. The Paracas History Museum has an excellent collection of artifacts and artwork from about 10,000 years of history here on the Paracas Peninsula south of Lima. Paracas Museum is located 4 hours by bus south of Lima, on the way to the lines of Nazca. The Paracas people are renowned for their elongated skulls. They in fact had the largest skulls of any culture in the history of humanity. Many of these were artificially elongated, but others seem to be natural. The Paracas area had people living here, Neolithic people, at least 10,000 years ago, and possibly even further back in time. In the year 1927, Julio Teo, the father of Peruvian archaeology, discovered tombs at a place called Cerro Colorado. And here he found 450 bundles, tomb bundles, mummy bundles like that. Most of the artifacts that we have from the Paracas culture include trepanation instruments, as well as possible warfare implements. The Paracas were renowned prior to the Nazca people of performing trepanation, whether that was for ceremonial or medical or another use or function is unknown. The Paracas people were also very good at using materials from the ocean and the land, and created beautiful tapestries such as this one for binding the dead. They also used gourds and had ceramics, as well as traded with people from Ecuador for the spondulus shell. Their ceramics are not as fancy as the later period, but they were the culture of the elongated skull. Paracas, 700 years before Christ to 100 years after Christ. Next came the Nazca, 200 years before Christ to 700 years after Christ. And they, of course, are famous for their incredible ceramics. After this came the Wari culture, also creators of great ceramic works. And then the Chincha culture. And the last group, of course, were the most famous culture in all of Peru, the Inca. From their height at 1476 to the downfall as the result of the Spanish, 1532. They were the makers of these phenomenal quipus, which were a calculating system, possibly a language. And they also made beautiful tapestries, but quite boring looking pottery. However, they traded with people from the jungle of the Amazon to procure these wonderful feathers as well as other products. And this beautiful warrior's helmet is in the collection. And again, the rather dull but polished ceramics of the Inca. We welcome you to visit the Paracas History Museum, located in the village of Chaco, at any time during your visit to Peru. It's a beautiful little town, right on the ocean. This is winter today, and it's about the weather of so-called winter in Miami, or San Diego. Ciao from Paracas.